Good morning. Boy, that was anemic. All right, you've already been out here for 2 hours and 5 minutes. Good morning. All right, my name's Gary Tooth. I'm with FS Solutions. I'm the training manager there, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about the simulator behind us. The old joke goes something like, how do you get to Carnegie Hall? Practice, practice, practice. And everything you've seen so far today and everything you'll be hearing if you go inside and listen to the lectures over the next 2 days is going to be talking about how an educated workforce can help you as a contractor not only be safe but be more productive. Well, how do you do that without practicing on the customer's nickel? And you do that using a simulator. And we have built into this simulator all of the different kinds of stations you'll need for a variety of tasks. On the door, Peter's going to be removing paint from this panel. This is a baked-on coating that won't come off until you reach 30,000 PSI. It's fun to watch the guys with 10K try to take the paint off, because it won't come. But you have a place where they can practice coating removal. On the other door, there's stations where you can do metal cutting, both of pipes and steel plates. We have a 40K heat exchanger. Up on top, there's a vertical tube bundle for those of you that clean vertical tubes. There's a vertical entry point. There's a heat exchanger inside a confined space on the back side, as well as a variety of pipes for pipe cleaning. Now, part of my job is to travel around the world and play part-time Mythbuster, as in I need to stand in front of the pipe to clean the pipe, or I can't get an anti-reversal device to go around a 90-degree elbow, or I can't get any lance to go around more than one 90-degree elbow in the same pipe. Well, we've built this simulator so there are two 90s on all the lines. And guess what? You can go around multiple 90s with an anti-reversal device. But sometimes you have to prove it to the people in the field, because the myth has always been that I can't be using that stinger if I have a 90-degree elbow. Well, that puts them in a lot of danger. And you can come out and prove to them hands-on that not only can you can do it efficiently, which means your guys will be a whole lot safer. My other job is to travel around the world and make an educated workforce. The days of a technician just being strong enough to handle a shotgun or willing to work on the end of a lance for 12 hours is rapidly coming to a close. You'll hear in some of the boot camp sessions that there are places in the world where you cannot do hands-on water blasting anymore. Everything has to be done by machine. So who's going to program the machines? Who's going to set up the flow, calculate the pressure loss? Who's going to make sure that the throw out the nozzle is sufficient to deliver the impact to the surface to actually clean? Well, you can do all of that right here on the simulator. You can teach the people inside and actually come out and prove hands-on what your thrust is going to be, how far up inside the pipe the nozzle will pull the hose, what a pressure loss in a system is, what the throw of your nozzle will be based on orifice diameter. All of that can be done long before you get to the customer job site, where expediency rules the day and you don't have time to prove all the theory that's going to make your workforce more educated. Not only that, but if you're into industrial vacuuming like we saw across the way, you can do horizontal and vertical confined space entry for vacuum removal. You can set it up for atmosphere testing classes and HAZWOPER classes. This is basically your way of making sure that your people are at their prime before they go out and compete with every other contractor for your customer's business. So with that being said, we're going to let Peter, who is dressed in the TST suit, go ahead and show you coating removal. But just remember, this is only one of the things that you can do with this simulator. Peter? Now, I know you've all seen coating removal dozens of times, but in this one instance, what you didn't see was somebody using proper body positioning, proper PPE, proper technique to index over the surface to achieve maximum cleaning. You also didn't see, because we did it yesterday, setting up and testing all the equipment and making sure everything was in working order prior to the demo. But that's one thing you can teach your people before they get on the job site, and your supervisor is too busy with his job to worry about mentoring an employee in things they should already know. So in this simulator and in your training class, you can make sure that every single one of your people is out competing everyone else before they make that first impression at your customer. As you walk by to get to the next demonstration, if you look at the back side of the simulator, you'll see the entrance to the confined space, as well as the 4-inch and 6-inch pipe. And both of those have a 90-degree elbow right here, and then drop down to the bottom and 90 out. Because what the truth and not the myth is as long as the hose goes back to a slack attitude, you can go through another 90. It's only when it remains at tension going through a multiple 90 that it becomes impossible to remove. So once again, you can bust the myth, you can teach your people, you can demo new techniques, you can educate your workforce beyond being able to hold a lance, and you can do it all with one piece of equipment. Thank you very much and have a great show.